Indian Ocean, where the sea is blue and the sands are white. She lived with her aunt and uncle. One day she went with her cousins into the mangrove forest to collect firewood and to cut poles for building. The children ran laughing through the trees, jumping over the roots that jutted out of the wet sand. But Almasi gazed in awe at the gnarled old trees with their twisted roots. And she saw that they were angry. They didn't want to be chopped down. The younger children picked up sticks and small branches. But the big boy used his panga to cut down the straight young trees. "These will make good poles for the chicken coop I'm making," he said. Then it happened. Out of the very tree roots it came, dark and ominous, a thick black cloud towering up before them. The cousins screamed and started running. But Almasi stood still, rooted to the spot, staring into the darkness. As she looked, she saw right through it to the green trees beyond. Then the black cloud sank down and faded away into the ground. She walked on, bees humming around her, birds chirping, her eyes open to every new thing. Suddenly, she saw something hanging from a branch. It wasn't a leaf, it wasn't a fruit, and it moved. It was alive. Somebody was coming out, somebody with crumpled wings that slowly unfurled. It was a butterfly. The black and orange wings dried, and the beautiful creature flew up and circled Almasi's head. She danced with the butterflies, dancing for joy. Almasi's butterfly led her off through the mangroves, skipping over the tree roots, fiddler crabs diving into their holes on all sides. She wondered at all the amazing sea creatures. Hundreds of limpets clinging to the mangrove roots, hermit crabs scuttling here and there in their little pointed houses. And what was that? A fish climbing out of the water? Walking on its fins? She saw something glinting in the water. She bent down and picked it up. Sea glass. A ray of light filtering through the leaves touched it, and it sparkled like a diamond. Then suddenly there was no more forest. She was splashing through water on open sand. just one twisted old tree standing there alone. All the straight young trees had gone, chopped by the woodcutters. She looked out to see. No, the sea was coming. A huge wave was sweeping towards her. Quickly, she clambered up into the old tree. My diamond! She thrust it into her hair, and the miracle happened. She found herself growing smaller. Smaller, to the size of the butterfly, which sat now on the branch next to her, its wings spread, waiting. She clambered onto its broad back and clung on as it rose up above the tree. Down below, the great wave struck the poor old tree. But she was safe, soaring high above the swirling waters as they rushed towards the shore. In the shambas, people were shouting, running, as they saw the huge wave coming. Crashed into the bushes and spent itself amongst the plants and trees. The butterfly was descending now. It came to rest gently under a cassava plant in her uncle's shamba. Thank you for saving me. She stroked its soft back and slid off to the ground. It bent its head slightly, lifted its wings, and rose up above the garden. Come again another day and show me more beautiful things. Goodbye. She remembered the diamond in her hair and put her hand up. Yes, it was safe. She held it up to admire it again and found herself standing tall in the shamba, a little girl once more.
Kipepeo